The thing that pisses me most off about the whole concept of feminism is that people think that it is anti-men.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, if you're for women's rights, then you're a feminist. Like, you don't have to be a woman to be a feminist. In fact, we actually need more men to be feminists.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because it has the word feminine. People think like, oh, like we don't want to touch that. Like, I have a girlfriend who, she was like, oh, I'm not a feminist, but, and I was like, sorry, whoa, stop talking about. I said, what did you just say? And she said, I'm not a feminist. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, yeah, I'm not. I don't have hairy armpits. Like, I was like, babe, like, do you understand? And I went on my Google and I was like, do you understand what feminism means? It means you are pro women's rights. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely pro women's rights. This is a woman who's a CEO of a business, like multi-million-dollar business. Oh, wow. She is like a beast, stunning, beautiful, really feminine, but an absolute animal. Like, and she's standing there going, I'm not a feminist, because in her kind of mind, she doesn't relate to like the way that is portrayed. And I was just like, wow, like, we need to rebrand this concept. In my head, I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. I love you. And
the most eye-opening thing I ever learned about men was from my college human sexuality class, where the professor told us that men don't actually like women. Not all men. Sure, but hang in. He said that the way that our society socializes boys to, quote, become men is not to tell them how to be men. It's just to teach them how to not be women. Don't cry, be a man. Don't be a pussy, be a man. Don't be weak, be a man. Don't be sensitive, be a man. Don't like those things. Those are girl things. And the tool we use to do that kind of socializing, to steer them away from feminine things, is shame. And you just can't go your whole life being told that the worst thing you could do is be like a woman and expect to actually like women at the end of that. But they are also taught that their sexual attractiveness to women and their ability to get women is a status symbol in front of other men. So they will sexually pursue women, but they don't actually like them as people. This is how patriarchal masculinity socializes men, and why shame, violence, and disgust are so intricately linked.
I find it really interesting that men say stuff like this and then in the same breath complain about how the penal system isn't fair to men, or how family courts aren't fair to men, or how male victims don't have a lot of recognition or mental health resources. Like, who did that?
Everyone should be a feminist.
Yeah, well, men have issues too.
Yeah, the patriarchy affects men too.
You guys don't care about male issues. Women are more likely to win custody battles.
Exactly, because the stereotypes pushed by the patriarchy that women are more loving and nurturing.
Well, men are charged and punished more for the same crime that women commit.
As I said, the patriarchy, and over 80% of all crimes committed are by men.
You guys don't care about male victims. Guys get sexually assaulted too.
Real feminists support male victims. The stereotype that men are strong and can't be victims attributes to this. A lot of male sexual assault victims don't come forward because of men, saying that the man should have enjoyed the sexual encounter. And when women were putting their painted hands on their body so that they could tell their stories, boys went and mocked that. But yes, male sexual assault victims should be taken seriously.
Well, feminists just hate men.
Someone who actively hates on men is a misandrist, and they cannot be a real feminist because feminists want equality.
Okay, well, what about #KillAllMen?
It's a joke made in retaliation to all the sexist remarks made by men on this app, and abusers like Chris Brown are so popular. Real men know Kill All Men isn't about them.
What?
Hey guys, please excuse my messed up voice. I'm actually sick at the moment, but that's not stopping me from making any more content for you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and supporting the movement, so I'm out here making videos for you guys. So let's get right into it. She claims that it's the patriarchy that's undermining the man's authority in a nuclear family by incentivizing divorce, or deferring to the deadbeat mother in 90% of all child custody cases so a man becomes a slave for 18 years. No, that's called the gynocentric dictatorship. Otherwise, women wouldn't benefit from it. Feminists, also known as useful idiots like this woman in the video, don't think they're destroying society. They obviously think they're on the right side of history.
I don't, Hands. Are we the baddies?
Even the man-hating ones think that once all of masculinity and patriarchy is gone, society will finally become a utopia with rainbows and unicorns and unlimited money. In this video, sit back and relax and enjoy the feminists trying to convince you why men need more feminism. They're not joking, trolling, or cosplaying. These are real people who present most modern women. Back to the video, she and many feminists claim they're against the biased laws against men, yet have never marched or protested these laws. It's never even mentioned in the pussy hat rallies. They'll fight for the right for adults to have sex with kids before any men's issue. Ironically, they do. there's a law passed in California, the most feminist state in America, that now allow adults to sodomize teens legally. She claimed, "Kill all men" is a joke and a response to people like Chris Brown, who she claims is still popular because of men. Ironically, it's women who are Chris Brown's biggest supporter, and many of them would line up to get pissed on because of the multiple zeros in his bank account. These feminists have to tell themselves before they go to sleep that they're the good girls. What do the commentators have to say? One of the comments claims, "But they don't win more custody battles. When men actually go for custody, they are more likely to win than the women." So 90% of the time women winning custody battles are actually men winning? Does she even do math? This is despite the fact that men have an incentive to win the custody battles because if they lose, they'll be a slave for 18 years, and they still lose 90% of the time. Also, they're forced to pay their ex's lawyer's fees while getting divorced at the same time. Another feminist commented, "But what's wrong with misandry though? Millennia of misogyny warrants millennia of misandry. Equality." And that's the excuse most feminists tell each other, that doing wrong to a man is okay because women were treated badly in the past. Another feminist commented, "In the US, the father is more likely to win a custody battle. This can't be real." But then, against the majority of feminists can be ignorant to reality because they watch Mr. Rachel Madcow. Or other mainstream news channels which will never even mention a man getting shafted by the anti-family courts.
So I'm not going to pretend I have any answers for this male loneliness epidemic thing going on, because I feel like it's a complex issue, and also some of those guys, it is their fault, and then others it's not. But something I've always found really interesting is that in platonic female friendships, women are very strongly encouraged to give each other a lot of both emotional and physical love and support. And I'm not saying that every woman has friends like that and no men have friends like that. I'm just talking about like what's generally encouraged by society. During the time periods in my life where I've been single, at least as an adult, I've never felt lonely or alone, and never felt a rush to get into a relationship because I have a lot of physical and emotional love and support from my female friends around me. I get a lot of hugs, I get a lot of compliments, I get a lot of like, "You are important to me and I value you in my life, let's spend time together," etc. But I was talking to a male friend about this recently, and he was saying that the last time that he got like a genuine hug from a man was when he was like 12. And so the only real genuine physical contact that he ever gets is if he's either hooking up with or in a relationship with a woman. And ironically, the guys I know who do treat their friendships like that are often made fun of for being feminine. Again, I'm not presenting this as like an answer to a problem or something, it's just something relevant that I've been thinking about.
This feminist is trying to convince guys to be gay to deal with the loneliness and solitude. That's good that a man doesn't get love unless if it's from a woman in his adult years, because it will motivate him to improve himself and achieve something in life. Otherwise, nothing will get done in society if men were coddled as adults. People need to clean the sewers or exterminate the pests, or run into burning buildings to save lives. The snowflakes raised by feminist single moms aren't doing those jobs because they're softer than baby shit and entitled. It's the blue-collar guy raised by a tough dad who needs to own a house to finally get love from a woman. Also, most men have real friendships. Let me explain. To women, a friendship is blowing smoke up each other's ass. So when a guy dumps one, it's not analyzed why he left and how not to do that again. The women friends will call him a jerk and tell their friend she's amazing no matter how bad she acts in a relationship. While men friends will tell each other the hard truth because they really care about each other. If someone isn't getting dates because his life is in the gutters, his friends will tell him to stop dating and improve his life if he wants better results. They won't blame it on women. Let's read the comments. "For how much longer do I have to thug it out, man?" Chick responds, "This is exactly why y'all are lonely. Emotional intimacy." No, men are supposed to be in solitude. Also, modern women are landmines, so that doesn't help it either. A dude commented, "I have no friends, so boom, problem solved." Majority of society doesn't care about men. That's why most homeless people are men. A soldier wrote, "Talk to any Spanish or Italian about their household. They will tell how multiple generations live together, taking care of each other. That's how it used to be. Men were part of big families, like one of many brothers. So at the very least, by default, they had a support system they can fall back on. Even more so, it's hard to raise a big proper family when most women care about their career more than being a mom. And it's too expensive now to raise a big family like the old days, because the taxes are too high, so deadbeat single moms can be financially supported." Another guy comments, I get that support from my female friends and I hug my guy friends, but I do feel they are uncomfortable with it. I'm still going to do it, but I see it. Yeah, no shit. They're not gay.
I made you a compilation of videos that I feel fully embody the phrase boys will be boys in a positive and wholesome way.
That's good. That's good. Ready to boy? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Alright, put your finger in there. Alright, we're gonna see if your belly's full. Here, pull up your shirt with the other hand. Take a deep breath. It says you have room for 2 more broccolis. You have 3 left, but you only gotta eat 2. Okay. Alright.
Alright. Oh, there's the drips.
Did you see his face light up?
I'm so happy.
Christian Bale. Christian is a fish, that's Christian scale. Christian's a bigger fish, that's Christian whale. Oh!
I aim the gun up in the sky, that's Christian quail.
Oh, okay. This is nuts.
Hillary Duff.
I don't know what to say. That's Hillary Bluff. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Hillary wants me wifed up. That's Hillary Cuff. Hey. Hillary liked to fight. That's Hillary Tough. Okay.
I can't say that.
I can't say that. Chris Pine. You see that girl over there? That's Chris Pine. Has no moral character or back. That's Chris Spine. Why is she crying? Ah, damn it.
In the video description, she wrote, "What's better than this? Guys being dudes." Implying this is what masculinity should be. A video full of nerds, house husbands, gay men, and the last are feminist chads and tyrones making dad jokes while probably drinking White Claws. Basically, deballed men. Nothing wrong with nerds or Greeks because they do contribute to the intellectual part of humanity. But you notice none of this positive masculinity is showing a man doing something actually masculine, such as doing bushcraft skills like starting a fire out of scratch using a flint, or machining a metal part, or calculating the load bearing on a pillar so the bridge doesn't collapse, or practicing combat to protect loved ones. These are all types of things that have built a society and distinguished men. And I guarantee you, despite showing non-threatening activities men do, women like her are drawn to the felons, the anarchist, the cowboy that spits crew, the football player who will throw them out 15 seconds after he climaxes. What do the commenters say? Top comment with 28,000 likes said, "The series where the guy throws food at his blindfolded roommate who has to guess what food it was." Yes, these feminists that complain about the earth when they're not complaining about men are advocating to waste food. That's how you know these feminists have it super easy in life. Just wait till shit really hits the fan. Then they'll be looking for a barbarian to protect them and survive. Another feminist commentator. "Every time my son does something super kind and sweet, I say boys will be boys. We're taking it back." Sounds like she's raising a simp. Another commenter. "I've come to realize that my type is just guys who would participate in wholesome and goofy boys will be boys activities." Translation. After she hit the wall and the masculine men don't talk to her anymore, so she, like most post-wall feminists, are looking for simp beta males to be her retirement plan. At the end of the day, just look at who's getting the most positive response from women, including feminists, and who's not. It's the most masculine men out there. These modern women will stay in a toxic relationship a lot longer than with a good guy. This is why quote-unquote the good guy is going MGTOW than passport bro, where him actually treating a woman right is rewarded with traditional women.
You have a heart, a cold one.
It is November 19th, aka Men's Mental Health Awareness Day, and I would just like to tell y'all that I don't know what you're expecting here. This specific issue bugs me so fucking much Not because I don't think men's mental health is important, because I do, but because men seem to be sitting around and just waiting for a mental health movement to pop up. You can't be upset that there's no mainstream men's mental health movement when every single time one pops up trying to address the root causes of why men's mental health is so bad, y'all start clowning on it. If y'all are not willing to take a stance against toxic masculinity or this idea of roast culture or this idea that you need to be a man, y'all are not going to create a working mental health movement. Instead of complaining about the lack of a movement, create one.
In the description, she wrote, "And whole time they be capitalists, homophobic, sexist, the works, and you want me to build your movement?" Men have mental health issues because of the gynocentric dictatorship. There are thousands and thousands of women's shelters while there's maybe one for men, and it's for gay men. Let's read the comments. Top rated comment. Literally say we care about men's mental health, then they comment, "No you don't." A guy responds, "You probably don't. I was literally born a biological man, had people who cared, and I cared for my other male friends." He/she just proved the point by trying to become a female so society would care more for it. Man comments, "She just proved our point by shutting him down, lol." Someone responded to the comment, "She is basically telling them to man up and do something about it. Something we would never tell to women or LGBTQ that go through pain." That's basically what she said, and point taken. She just proved why men's mental health problems exist, because people tell the men who truly need help to man up, as in they're on their own. Another man points out, "I think a lot of men try to raise awareness, but the media doesn't give it any attention." Men have many different movements or philosophies like MGTOW, the manosphere, the red pill, and so on, which does deal with the root causes of men's mental health, but those are heavily censored and silenced. Again, feminists living in their own bubble.
I'm choosing violence today. What the fuck is this? What the fuck kind of a toxic little shit do you need to be to leave comments like this under a fucking video where a feminist fucking defends you? See, there is this misconception that I hate all men is something thrown around by angry feminists. No, men are continuously overdoing it. They have been doing it for decades and centuries even. And if you're about to tell me not all men, shut the fuck up. New rule, if you're going to say not all men, I want to see the time that you defended women against fucking men being toxic. Unless I see that, I'm going to assume you're just a fucking enabler. You may not personally do that, or your friend may not personally do that, but not holding others accountable, you are enabling that shit. Women are historically the most oppressed group of people all around the fucking world. So when they say I hate all men, they have a fucking point. This is fucking disgusting. You all need to get your...
Better watch out, men. This mangina simp who paints his nails is choosing violence. The comment this guy got triggered over said, "Wow, women have gone completely batshit crazy. Now I understand why some women come floating up in a creek somewhere." It sounds like a troll comment with valid points about women going batshit crazy. Yep, this white knight thinks he'll convince more men that they need feminism by blaming all men for one comment. If you look at his profile, the self-proclaimed male feminist who believes feminism is the way to a utopia has no women with him in it. He's as single as an incel, despite getting brownie points from feminists. Majority of feminists wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire, and that's the most ironic thing. He's fighting for the most privileged class in the world. Just one baseless false accusation from a feminist can end a millionaire's career or cause a company to go bankrupt. A woman could be a serial deadbeat baby mama and have 20 kids from 20 different men, will get a free house and support from the government, while a man with 20 kids from different women will be thrown in jail if he can't pay child support. Top comment said, "I know this is the bare minimum, but it's incredibly refreshing to hear a man not just talking about it, but angry about it too." A pat on the head by feminists. A feminist said, "My ex said I was too angry when I spoke on women's issues. But a man gets angry and he is called passionate. We need more men like this one." That's a smart ex to get out of Dodge because it sounds like the relationship was her lecturing and nagging him about feminist bullshit. Another woman comments, "Yes, I use the example of, do we tell kids not all strangers? No, because any one of them could be dangerous." That makes a great case on why women should stay home and raise the kids, because a career lady means they're exposed to a ton of potentially dangerous strangers. Hopefully you weren't drinking something while watching these feminists. Now you know why feminism is promoted, because most are ignorant of the real-life consequences the gynocentric dictatorship creates. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.